how I started, the lessons which I learned, the struggles. Yeah. So if you're watching, welcome, and we start. You know, um, really, I know how I started drugs, huh? And you know, as I was a young boy, I never, I never believed that I would do drugs. You know, there are people in my life, I saw struggle with drugs, and I thought, no, 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 I don't want to be like him. And imagine what, all the things which I refused, I was them. I said I will never drink alcohol. I drank alcohol. I said I will never use drugs. I did drugs. You know, before when I was using drugs, my life was horrible. You can imagine how horrible it was, in a moment that, it started like a joke, curiosity. One night I'm outside just drinking shisha, then you tried the drugs, and then the next day you try again. It was only weekend. Then it came every day, maybe every day. The worst part was I thought I could stop. I was like, nah, I'm just doing it. I will stop. But those are always the lies which I had. These friends, before I was starting, I used to go to their place. When I go inside, the way I see the houses dirty. I remember one time I went inside the toilet. Where you brush your teeth, it was very dirty. Like, I can't even explain it. It was, there were salivas everywhere. It was, and at first, using, I used to see this. I was telling them, hey, let's clean. This is not, it's not good. That was the first time using it. So imagine after a week using, I didn't see the dirtiness. Before you using it, you see even a dirty thing you see. But when the drugs really are into your body, you are into them, you don't see the darkness which I was seeing in them. I started using the same dirt in my house. I was bringing them. There were tissue everywhere. Every day it's party, drugs. It was dirty, very dirty before. And this was the worst time of my life. And sometimes, I think about this time, and I feel sometimes I feel there are a lot of different kind of feelings. Sometimes I feel sad. Sometimes I feel ashamed. Because right now with my clear mind, I'm thinking like, nah, this didn't really happen. I didn't do this, but I did. And at things when you have your clear mind, I would have never started, you know. And this thing, loneliness, when you are in a place where you are lonely, and then this is what I learned. You have also to look what kind of friends you make. Yeah. So for me, I had friends who were only drinking alcohol. So I was doing alcohol. Then I found these friends who do drugs. Then I started doing drugs. What I learned is you are the person who the people you're following. If you are with a person who drinks alcohol, you will drink alcohol. Because also before I started drugs, I said to myself, I will never do this. I don't want to be like these people. I don't want to do this. Once I befriended them, I did it. and my life was very horrible. I remember, do you think I finished work Friday? That's how it started. But I'm running to go home, and the first thing I arrive home is not eating, is not showering, is sniffing. I just sniff beer, and that's how the weekend starts. From Friday until Sunday. No sleeping, no eating, just party, party, party. And that was the life. Sometimes if I remember the things which I was doing, I feel sad. I feel sad. Because, I never imagined that I would do this kind of things. And in this time, I hurted a lot of people. I hurted friends. I hurted family. I was not, imagine when I started, I never flew back home. I remember there was a time where I booked a flight saying, hey, now I will fly back to Kenya. Then I remember that asking myself, no, so right now if I fly back to Kenya, where will I find this? Because I needed it. There was a time that I needed it. I couldn't go even 2 days without. So what happened is I canceled the flight, and the whole holiday I was in the main train station, just drinking and sniffing, drinking and sniffing. That was the kind of life I had. When I tell these stories now, it is like nowadays I see it's like a movie. I don't even believe that I always talk like this because these are things which I have never imagined I would go through. Never, never in 1,000 years. Because growing up, I had cousins who were drinking alcohol, they were smoking cigarettes, and I said to myself, this, I don't want to be like them. But imagine I was worse more than them because they were only doing cigarette and alcohol. I came to Germany, I was doing cocaine. So it was worse. That's why this thing has humbled me in life right now that I never look down on anyone. Never, because everybody I was like looking down on happened to me even worse. That's why, this in life I have learned this: never look down on anyone. It doesn't matter who. Never, never, never. But, and now I think that my life, what happened, had to happen in order for me now to see the clarity. Because, on the way, I lost people, good people, I lost. And also on the way, I know now who is a real friend, who is a family. Because, you have to have a problem in order in life to know who is a person who can be there for you. Hello. Hello, Jackie. How are you? You understand? You have these things in life has to happen in order to know who is there for you. Hard times makes good people. Hard times makes you know who is a true friend, who is a true family. So right now, before, I lost a lot of people, but the lessons, those which I learned, who is a good, who is a family, who is a true friend. Because, before I had a lot of, I called everyone friends. Everyone was a friend, but these were only party people who you go with them to drink, the people who they are there because you give some, they eat, this is not genuine. There's nothing like genuine there. So now I learned that, now I know who I can call a friend. These are the lessons I learned in life. And, it brought me in it has inspired me a lot, like now that's why I started this journey helping people who, because if you are using drugs, you think there is no way out because maybe you burned a lot of bridges. Now thinking, how do I start even getting help? How? That's the mentality which I had, because before I had burned a lot of bridges. I had wronged people. I and you know, whenever you do these things, you don't know if someone is you're hurting someone. You don't know, because in this you're not yourself. And I know there is someone out there thinking, I can't. The way I am, I can't. Even if I leave this alcohol, I leave these drugs, where do I start? You can't start. And it's easy. You don't have to start immediately, but it's one day at a time. Because for me also right now, I'm 1 year now clean, 1 and 4 months clean, but these are still struggling. I'm not healed completely. There are moments where sometimes I think like, no, this is too much, because sobriety also brings a lot of, right now you think clear, because when you're using drugs, you block your mind. You don't care about anything. But right now, sometimes I have so many different kind of feelings, which I think, no, this is now too much. I can't. But what inspires me is now I know what I want in life. And I don't tell you if you live whatever you're going through. No, you will change. But also the things which you did they will always be there. So you have to deal with them. Clarity you will have. There is a good in sobriety. I know I was home October and I was talking to people, you know. I told them when I started I started cocaine, there was a plant back home which it was the same. That's when I started and I couldn't stop. And people, it was like maybe they never believed, huh? But it was. And that's why right now I decided I will never, ever, ever use anything again. Always sober. That is my motto. Sober life, starting living new. Yeah. So before, I was feeling down most of the time. But right now, I see how life good is. I see clear. I see how beautiful life is. I have faith in life now, you know, and I'm starting to build up. And I have trust in life, because before that, I did it. As I told you, when I started, 3 years, I never flew back home. And, this moment, I didn't care about anything. I didn't even miss home, you know. I was afraid of going home. I didn't miss. But right now, whenever I think of going home, I'm happy. I look forward. Like right now, I'm looking forward for my next travel. I don't know when, but maybe before summer. Yeah. So, you know, and I know outside there I have people watching. You can do it. I did it. You can do it. I know in the beginning it's hard, and it is hard. But in front there is light. Yeah. It's a beautiful life without drugs. And this is me saying no to drugs. You know, right now, I've learned something also, you know, who to follow, who not to follow, who will laugh with you and who will laugh at you. Yeah. And, you know, I've learned also that I'm a good person, but not nice. Yeah. That's what I learned. You know, lessons, you know, when we're learning every day, and that's how you have to be also. You, the person who is watching me, you have to know what you want in life. What are you living this year? What are you starting this year? The bad habits. Which good habits are you doing this year? And me, I changed the place where I used to live. Now I live in a new place. And my motto is sober mind, start living new. Yeah. If you've been watching until now, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please share the video. Yeah, I will going live always and talk about life in Germany and the addiction, what drugs do. And this is what also I might say to someone who is watching me outside there. It doesn't matter wherever you are, in Africa, in Asia, or even if you are in Europe. You know, there's this mentality of people who will come to Europe. You know, we think that life here is easy. One thing I've come to learn is German is not heaven. Yes, life is safe here. Yes, life is good, but mental struggles are real. You know, depression doesn't care about passport. Huh? In life, you still need purpose, you need people, and you need peace. That's what most of people who come to Germany, they don't understand. You know, getting that passport from there, you're coming to Germany, it's easy, it's very fast. You can get a passport. But if you don't have a purpose when you arrive to Germany, that's where most of immigrants they don't even know, but they will be involved in drugs because you know you come here with the purpose, but then pressure of succeeding, pressure of failure. You know, these things hurt us, but most of these families, they have no idea because they think that someone goes to Germany, yeah, they will get money. It's easy. No, we're fighting here. Make you are there home. You have only maybe one problem, even if it's physical. You don't have money. You have a family who is in Europe. They decide to send you money. But right now they're down. You don't take this money serious. You think, oh, money will always come. He will send money. No. No. You sometimes these families which are there, they also want that you write to them. You ask them, how are you? Not every time you write the first sentence, the second is money. There are no money here on the street or on the no. People are going through a lot here. People have a lot of stress, and most of this stress which people here in Europe have are because of most youth families who are there down, thinking that people have money. You don't greet people. This mentality, what you have, please stop. Because most of you are the reason why these people here use these drugs to just numb the pain. Yeah, I'm saying this. It's the truth. I know most of people don't want to say it, but I'm saying it. Please check on your families. There are many people here in Europe who they die silently because they don't want to talk. They think, if I talk, then what? Some of them, they don't even want to take your phone. If they call it, they just keep it aside because they know what you're going to ask. Yeah, they know. And the problem is, maybe they always tell you, but you don't take them serious. Please, check on your family. Ask them, how are you doing? Because I remember in my time when I was using drugs, if not for, I had a family here who helped me, my ex father-in-law. That's the person who helped me a lot. My family never knew because they don't ask you deep, how are you doing? They never asked. Never. And this hurt these people. Yep. I know people build this fantasy that in Europe there is money, but so is mental problems. Mental problems are a lot. And I will continue talking. I will continue saying. Because if we don't say, who will? So, if anyone have a question, please can ask. Yeah. And please don't forget to like, yeah, and share the video. Thanks. Yeah. So today, that's what I wanted to talk about, my sobriety journey. Yeah. So after, if you leave drugs, life is very good. It's very beautiful. There are things which I never enjoyed. For me, as I said, I said before, I never did anything without thinking about alcohol, thinking about drugs. Never. For me, anything I did during my addiction time was always has to have drugs. And I never did, right now I enjoy. I can go for a walk, I can just jog, I can decide I watch a movie. Now, those times were only party. Bar, club, at home drinking. I couldn't even walk. Imagine, right now, I'm looking at my body, because now the drugs, alcohol, I don't take them anymore. So now I enjoy. I even train. I started training. Do you see that happiness when you wake up in the morning and you don't feel a hangover? You wake up, you are motivated, you feel happy. That's the feeling I had when I said no to drugs. I enjoy life now. I train, you know. I remember I tried when I was using, I tried pressure, push-ups, press up, down. I couldn't even do 2 push-ups. Today I tried, I made 80. And that is a win for me. It's a win. I'm winning. I'm winning since I decided to sober up. I'm winning. And I enjoy it more. I see life, how beautiful it is. You understand? I started with 5 pressure. Now I did 80. When I was drinking alcohol, I couldn't even run. I ran a little bit. But right now, even running a little bit is nothing, because I feel the body, I feel good. I enjoy life now. I can drink. There are many different kind of drinks, not only alcohol, because those times it was only alcohol. You go to a function, alcohol. But right now I enjoy. There are many beautiful drinks. Many. There is many. And I enjoy now. Life is beautiful without alcohol and drugs. Yeah, I say that. It is. And my journey is to bring many people in my journey. I have a journey which I want to go with people. Yeah. So, if you're watching there, please, I'm calling you to come with me. We start today. You say, I want to change. I'm tired of being who I've always been. This is not the way I want to be. I want to be a different person. I want to have a purpose in life. Come with me. Let's have together this purpose. Come with me to my journey. Let's have a meaningful life. Yeah. So, you who are watching me, you will only do that following me. Me and you will help each other. Because life is beautiful. It doesn't matter whatever. And here I don't talk only about drugs or life in general. We human beings going through different kind of problems. And here we will help each other. Here we will have a purpose. Here we will find peace. Understood? So, thanks for watching. It was a pleasure having you. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, press the notification. I will be going every time live. And until next time, thank you for watching. Ciao.